Alrighty, here we go once again. The match is live, and we are going to be seeing who's going to be moving on into the winners match and who drops down into losers match between these two teams of ENTROPIQ versus FTW Esports. Of course, we're on Overpass coming up here first. Bit of an interesting pick, like I was citing there earlier. I'm quite surprised we did see this one come out, but it's going to be rather entertaining to say the least. How this is going to be going down, and well, as we do see this rolling underway. Looks like these players are wanting to edge their way up, possibly to go towards this B site. Look at this Snatchy. Rutko watching for the initial fight. Able to find out the first arrow to Azronos, but Didias there to trade it back. Snatchy gains one for himself, leaving it all down into a 4v3. The advantage going the way of ENTROPIQ. Statu, Agile, last two men standing are trying to find these belts, but unfortunately for Agile, he'll be chased away and flashed away. As we do see ENTROPIQ getting the fight down first, bringing it down into a 1v4. Now, we do just see Statu waiting around, looking to see if there's an initial pick that can be made. So far, nothing to really come of it. As the bomb looks to go off, once again, ENTROPIQ net themselves at first, putting themselves 1-0. We're going to be looking to see if FTW will be saving up into the next, or if they're going to force themselves up into these Deagles. See what's possible into this next round, because if we do see them force on up and ENTROPIQ take the round, we're going to be seeing a nice little 3-0 start there for the T side. Of course, if they do save here, we'll most likely see that full third round bye, but nonetheless, it's looking like we'll see these Deagles. Yep, they're looking to try and convert the round. This is going to be fairly important for them to win. If they do lose it, ENTROPIQ, they're going to have themselves an early lead to play with. We'll have to see where it goes from there. Now, as Utility does get tossed out first, the Scouts and the Deegs are going to need to try and take this fire away from them here in just a moment. So far, it is rather spread. ENTROPIQ just looking and teasing around, peering around these corners, trying to find out these initials. And so far, Ajat making it work, making it sing, finds out 2 with the MAC-10, leaving it down into a 3v5. Now, as they do look to edge their way forward. It seems like they want to head towards B. They have 2 players towards Con with Bomb. One at Water towards Construction, one at Monster. Waiting around to see if there's an initial pick to be made. But with no one else aggressing over towards B, they'll have to make the push themselves. As these Deagles are being held at these nice little angles, there could be some early picks to go the way of FTW if they play the angles correctly. Really, it comes down to timing from here on out. The Utility is thrown. I think the approach is coming. And Moriscope able to find out one. Of course, he does have his head taken on off, but it's all left down to Statu. And dear God, he's making it sing. Finds himself 2. Going to be looking for a third, possibly. Plays with the USPS, gets damage off, and finds the kill onto Ajat as well, which leaves it all down to Red. Red gets tagged on down, tries to take the second shot, but not going to be able to find it. Red wins that round out by the skin of his teeth, and ENTROPIQ take it 2-0. That round came down to the wire there, even though it was looking like ENTROPIQ could have just been able to take it in a very easily light, but man, FTW making them work for it. About takes the first, but it is narrowly denied at the last moment. Of course, the timeout coming to an end here. FTW, they're thinking through what these next few rounds are going to be. Most likely full save. We could see maybe a couple of Deagle spot on up. Statu, he's got plenty of cash to use. And yeah, there's Nope by one. Statu there for the other. The rest of them should just be on these USPSs. So double dig into the rounds. This should be a third for ENTROPIQ, but that full buy coming into the fourth is going to be rather important. As we do see them edging their way forward. We'll see Red and Co. push their way, possibly get towards that A site. Of course, they've got to deal with these Deegs that are towards bathrooms as well. And so far, they're ringing out. Some good damage being done, but no frags to be found just yet. P250 makes his way up, and Dias makes an appearance, finding two. Of course, nope. There for one as well. Snatchy does trade him out, leaves it down into a 3v2, but things are up in the air all of a sudden. FTW, they've got 2 AKs to use. And oh dear, the round for Entropiq may have fallen apart. Of course, it's still played out cautiously. Ajet, Snatchy, the last 2 men remaining. Edging their way around short, possibly to find Planet B. The Statue could find their backline. Azardos gonna be looking to take this initial bout. He's gonna find the first shots, but gonna miss it all the same. Oh no, Aja able to find out one. Statue does find the kill, but it's left down into a 1v2 here into post plant. Well, Snatchy fires off a couple of shots. He'll be tagged on down. They should have information that he's behind Dyson. Agile, they'll be able to execute him with that information. Will take FTW a surprising round for themselves, putting it at 1-2, upsetting the tide of the battle, and possibly looking for the tie into the next game. That is a monolithic round for FTW to take. They're looking for a tie here. There is a feasible buy to come out of ENTROPIQ as well. They should be looking to go ahead and buy up those Tech 9s and Deagles and Mac 10s. So they have themselves a chance at the round. But now FTW, they've got themselves the sheer ability to buy. Look at that. AKs, A1Ss, and an up to use. FTW certainly have the advantage into the round. Now, that last round for FTW really all came down to timing and being able to get behind these players. And really, it comes down to that now for ENTROPIQ. They have Mac 10s and Deagles to use, and they've lost the initial player advantage. Of course, Red is there to pick up the pieces and find 2 for himself as well, which trades it on down into a 3-4. ENTROPIQ could be able to take their lead and, well, gain the advantage a little bit farther, as they could break the economy of FTW here. And as the initial shots are had, Rutko finds out nope, leaving Statue and Dias all alone. Yeah, save calls made. That is a heartbreaker for FTW. They desperately wanted to put out a tied game here and now, but instead, ENTROPIQ playing with fire and fury, able to get themselves onto sights, find themselves the 3rd round and put it 3-1. And as we hear the music playing, a 3rd round goes the way of ENTROPIQ, 3-1, while Dias jams out of the beats over there at the corridor, whatever it's called, by pallets. Now, of course, there was only one saved over rifle for FTW. They will force up into this round, though. Full buy-up in hand for Statue once again. Azardos, Dias, their own rifles along with Nope. MP9 in the hands of Agile. Now, this is a turbulent round in terms of buying power. Both these teams have SMGs as well as rifles. Well, as we see them aggress quickly. Ooh, playing so quick. Red all the way forward, finds El Statue. Of course, Nope responds back, but unfortunately is eliminated. Azardos hiding on site, able to find himself a kill. Good for 2, but Morisco trades it back, leaving it all down to Agile. A 1v2 with an MP9 facing up against an AK and an op. This is unlikely to be a 1 retake, but ooh, he's able to get behind him in the smoke. Of course, Morisco did see it. That leaves it down into a 1v2. Of course, Agile trying to swing his way through. Plays forward with an MP9. Gets up close to Personal. Finding the first and now looks for Statue. But Statue responds back with the up to go ahead and find the 4th. Putting it to 4-1. And ENTROPIQ with a nice little lead to play with. Well, another timeout being called here for FTW. Their second tactical here on the map. It's only been 6 rounds. They've got some things to think through here on their CT side. It has been suffering. Their buys not really been all too together. They forced up into the same rounds, but it's not been a great equipment to use. And with ENTROPIQ's movement of just playing with sheer aggression so far, it's working out nicely for them, but I wonder how long they're going to be able to make that click until FTW start to counter it with their own. Now, as we get back underway, utility is tossed out. We do see FTW on a bit of a weak buy. Of course, they do force up into the Deagles, the pistols, P250s, and 5.7s and the likes, just looking to go ahead and deal as much damage as they can. They did win out a round like this there previously. That was their first, but they haven't been able to win anything since then. Well, they're playing a bit of a stacked site towards B. That gamble stack, not going to pan out for them if they do head towards A like they're postured to. Well, as Ajap pops off a couple of shots, they'll be aggressed upon, but they don't necessarily want to overplay that just yet. They'll wait around. They're playing for the rotate. And so far, Red's going to be able to take off the first head. D-Dias meets his fate, leaving it down into a 485, while Red looks for a second bounce and certainly wins it out. There's Rutko to find out one. He's tagged down rather low, but wins it nonetheless. And in a 2v5, not much of a retake to be attempted here, but certainly they're looking to apply pressure. Just looking to try and get off a little bit of extra damage. Oh no, Azerdos. That's a bit unfortunate. Leaving it all down to Agile. Desperately looking for a bit of a consolation prize right now. Extra cash in the bank and denying a weapon into the next. Be rather important. Ooh, Agile. Going up late, but will be spotted out by Red, who doubles back and checks over towards Garbage to finish the round, putting in a 5th and a flawless one for them at that. Ooh, snatchy. Gonna be able to find out the first gross statue does respond back with a quick refrag. Well, as they edge their way up. As we see them looking to take a fight here. Morisco is able to find out one. Red there for the other, and so far, ENTROPIQ rolling through the round once again. Leaves Nope alone. A 1v4. Of course, he's got informational Red here. Could be able to use that. I think Red was playing it as bait. And no, gonna be able to win that out. Alrighty, nope. Just gonna be looking to save over that AWP into the next. And I think he might be able to carry it. Ajax doesn't seem to realize that he's behind him. And nonetheless, a 6th that's taken. 2 rounds away from converting the half successfully. We're going to see it's 6-1. FTW certainly not having a great time today. They might be able to change their fate here in just a moment. They do have a decent rifle round to play with here. It's not the greatest in the world, but they will force up into it. Not put an A1S to use that up carried over A1S to support it, along with a couple of digs. Bit of a disjointed buy, with Note buying up that A1S. Might be painful later on, but we'll see how it plays out here. Well, as Deep Dice finds one. Red is snatchy. Able to find out kills as well. House is down into a 4v3. The advantage once again going the way of ENTROPIQ. And FTW have already lost one of the rifles there. Losing that A1S early on is a bit of a critical mistake. Nope. Nice shot. Agile. Gonna be able to find out one for himself. Brings it back down to even, puts it into the realm of possibility, but they're executing out towards B. There's absolutely no one to meet them. They're going to be finding a free site. They're spending a lot of utility for no reason in reality. But, of course, players have rotated over. Azrados quick on the uptake, gets himself into graffiti. They'll be Molotov now in position and forced forward. He looks to play for it. Oh, they don't know. He could be able to deny this outright, but oh no, he does find it. It was a little bit labored, though. And he brings it down into a 2v3. This could be huge. Of course, as Ajet swings around the corner, finding the kill, he brings it back down to even. Well, as Agile finds the double, the retake is successful and beautifully done by FTW. They finally put a 2nd on the board. Now, of course, this is where FTW could get rolling. We're going to be seeing them edge their way up pretty slowly here. And ENTROPIQ, they're going to be realizing time to slow down a bit. And now, as shots ring out, Ajax. He's able to find the first. Of course, that'll be a nice little opener there for them. And so far, they continue to play this slowly, but they angle their way to possibly look to head towards B. They're postured forward at this point. There's one player to hold them off, but Snatchy over towards A, at least causing a diversion with the up, finds himself a kill. Really, let's see what Azrados has got here. Now, of course, he's able to find the first. Oh, he's good for 2. Goes for a 3rd, but can't seem to connect it. Morisco does trade it out. Trade it into favor, but the standard trying to take off a shot. Oh, that's unfortunate. He'll be finished off, leaving it all down to no. But FTW, unfortunately, these rifle rounds just can't seem to work for them. They've had more success on the pistols than they had on the rifles. and is starting to be a major problem. They've got to figure out how to turn things together here in just a second's time. But dear, oh dear, it's looking to be quite rough. Okay, ENTROPIQ, what you got? You're going to hit the 8th here, or are we going to see an actual rifle round click for FTW? Or partial rifle round. MP9 in the hands of Dlç. He does afford the utility instead. Come on, boys. Let's see what you got. You really need to make these rifle rounds start to work. You need to find yourself a chain of rounds. At this point, with ENTROPIQ being on the precipice of converting the half, they could be able to take themselves a massive lead as well. Here in the latter end of the half, we desperately need to see FTW really click things together. And so far, they're able to find the initial damage. Ooh. I'm going to find a little bit of extra. I thought for sure he might be able to find a kill there, but just not able to correct the spray in time. Man, Red. He's catching a hail of bullets at this point, just being pounded through the wall, but Agile, super aggressive. Gonna be able to find out one there. He advanced through Monster, made his way towards Water and Construction to find a kill. Of course, that does leave it down into a 4v5 with the advantage finally going the way of FTW. We're seeing them start to readjust themselves, possibly to go towards this A side. Of course, the rotates have come through as well. Ooh, I like this position out of Dlç. This is going to net him a lot or just a little. And as Morisco peeks around, he's going to be able to find out that kill, anticipating him being there. Now Statu with the up. Ooh, he's baited. Let's go force him back. He knows he'll be swung if he holds that angle for a little bit longer. To Snatch, he finds a kill. Nope, he's going to be able to find one while blind. Of course, they swing around, spraying wildly to find him out. Leaves Agile. It's Azurdos. That's the last 2 men standing. Here in a 2v3, I think they kind of need to go for it. Oh, never mind. They're saving. They pick up the up. They run away. And there we go, ENTROPIQ. They're going to go ahead and successfully convert the half. And that'll be 8-2. 6-round lead to play with. And now they're just looking to solidify things even further. Going towards 8, 9, 10. They're going to be in a really comfortable spot to swap onto their CT side. But FTW just can't seem to make it click just yet. Of course, we're still got a little bit of half to go. Maybe they can start to switch things up here in a moment. But it's not looking too kind to them. Now, I was really questioning early on why they let this go through. For instance, one of the first bans that ENTROPIQ did was Anubis, because that is FTW's map right now. They have a 75% win rate on this. But FTW let their least one map go through, sitting at a 0%. Bit of a goose egg for them. I'm super surprised that wasn't something they banned out immediately. Well, right now with the mistake in maybe the ban there, it's starting to really show itself. Could have been a critical error. Anyways. As we see this round coming underway for the time being, ENTROPIQ playing it extremely slowly. And ooh, they check for this. Oh, they don't, but maybe Dlç opening up the trigger a little bit too early. Will be found out, of course. Statu there for the refrag, and oh, Snatchy. Not gonna be able to readjust in time. He's found out by Agile. Of course, Ajat and Mortisco, last 2 men standing here for ENTROPIQ. Thinking a 2v3 with just a mere 30 seconds to play with. Things could be looking a little bit more rough. And oh, let's see. Can you outduel this? Oh, no. There's another missed shot there. Been a couple of times he's been baited, but Agile gonna be able to swing regardless. Leaves it down to Mori, and Mori will be finished off by Statu. There we go, a third for FTW, and finally a rifle round goes their way to bring it within 5. Still, long road ahead of them. There's plenty of cash to use if you are ENTROPIQ. We'll see another full buy here. We'll see if FTW can start to gain momentum, or if ENTROPIQ are gonna be snatching it right on back. Ooh, Agile, able to find out one. Of course, Red, there for a double. And as Morisco finds out one as well, they play at a blistering pace to get themselves onto the B site. Now it's Statu and Dias standing. Trying to pick up the pieces. So far, they do quite handily. Winning out that first fight with Rutko was extremely useful. Of course, it is at the cost of his health. Statu, ooh, checks for Mori. Nachi's all alone. He's getting into the back line of Dias. Going here in the defuse. He knows he needs to deny. Oh no, he's spraying at the wrong angle, and he'll be finished off by Statu. An absolutely massive round, but it's close, and oh, FTW. If you were on that just a second later, it would have gone their way. And that will be a 4th. On the board for the win. Now, of course, as we get back underway, ENTROPIQ, it seems that they might have lost their motion here. Things are looking to be a little bit rough for them. They're on their last buy. They won't be able to afford up that much in the next round. I think lost bonus should attribute to something, but it's not going to be as strong as the previous round's buy, so it could be a little bit rough, but we'll see what they've got. Well, as they start to edge their way down, possibly towards B, a couple of shots being popped on off over towards A to keep attention over there. They don't want the rotates to come too early to cut them off. And so as it's played slowly, we'll see them push their way forward, and ooh, the kills ring out. Red able to find out 2, AJAP for 1. We do see Nope and Statu responding back. Rutko finds the kill, leaving Statu alone. Statu 1v3, and oof, his head gonna be taken right on off, putting it at 9-4. ENTROPIQ, they go ahead and take the round and deny any extra momentum to the side of FTW. Of course, they were trying to find a streak there, but they weren't able to go ahead and carry that one through like they were hoping. I gotta say, that was a shot and a half from Morisco. I'm gonna go ahead and pop him in the head really quickly. Super nice. But a third tactical timeout coming out FTW. They've expended these really early. We're still in the first half, and they only have one more remaining. Now, of course, is Seja. We'll be able to find a nice little double there, finding out Azrados Agile. Taking off their heads, of course. FTW, very weak buy just on pistols, are looking to save and buy into round 15. Well, as they edge their way up. Oh, no. Bit of a chaotic round. SD Dias finds a kill with a USPS, but ENTROPIQ should easily take this one. Molotov forces him up. Thadu finds a kill. Of course, Rutko is trading it out along with Snatchy, putting it at 10, double digits hit, and ENTROPIQ with a clear lead to play with coming into their CT side. Now, of course, as they edge their way up, oh no, Agile maybe peeking a little bit too deep there. Will be eliminated, left into a 4v5. Of course, they edge their way forward, and Ajat looks like the engagement, but Red finds it. Of course, Morisco good for a frag over towards Monster as well, leaves Stadu all alone, and once again, ENTROPIQ pick the rounds, and that should be 11-4 unless Stadu does something mental, and no. 11-4 at the half. ENTROPIQ leading. Gonna be interesting to see what they do. Alrighty, folks, welcome on back. It's 11-4, a dominant half coming out of ENTROPIQ. Well, FTW were suffering, ENTROPIQ were thriving, and now it's time to see if FTW can bring it back. Kind of like what I was saying there earlier, I'm really surprised they let this map pick go through. Currently sitting at a 0% win rate on it. It's just, gosh, it's just a rough one to go off of. Of course, that being said, ENTROPIQ have only played the map once, at least on HLTV. I'm not sure what their other league stats are looking like. But they did lose that previously to Prospects in CCT South, 16-10. But they're certainly looking much more put together than they were then. Now, of course, the shots start to ring out. Snatchy looks for a frag, but not gonna be able to find it out. Nice little pistol kill there by Agile. He's good for a double as well. Uh-oh, Mori, he's struggling, not able to find out that frag. Leaves Ajat and Rutko all alone. Ooh. Now, of course, the statue finds the kill. Ajat left alone. And, oh, Ajat. Nice little one tap. Ooh, nice try, but, oh. Okay, Azrados, a little bit of a TK there, but hey, finished it out nonetheless. No, of course. As this is a bit of a decoy here for ENTROPIQ, FTW should be able to go ahead and find themselves a little bit of momentum here. Unless something goes seriously awry. Ooh, Ajat. We'll see first shots ring through. He's trying to find that first pick. He's able to get off some early damage. And oh, there it is. Ajat for one. Rutko firing away while Ajat guns down a second. Leaving it into a 3v5, the advantage goes the way of ENTROPIQ, but these AKs can very easily turn it around. Ooh. Good shot there by Morisco. Finds out one with the D. Good little deagle shot. Looks for more. Labors, but not going to be able to find it. Bit unfortunate. Well, time runs out. They try and save over those rifles, and they successfully do as the 12th is taken. ENTROPIQ 3 rounds away from map point. Now, of course, the shots ring out. We do see them playing rather aggressive, but Morisco is there to counter. Finds out one. Looks for a second. It's good for it, but Agile's there to trade it. Leaving it all down into a 3v5 or 3v4. Once again, the advantage going the way of ENTROPIQ. They've got to look to go ahead and possibly shut things down. Still, as we see them advancing forward, it looks like they want to head towards A. No. They'll look to play forward. We're going to see them start to execute out. They're playing slowly and quietly here in the beginning. And, ooh, first shots for Red aren't going to connect up. We will see Snatchy and Co. start to react in kind. Nope, able to find out one. Of course, that brings it into favor. Agile, good for a frag as well. Leaves Ajat and Rutko alone. Rutko's good for a dig shot. Goes ahead and starts to slow things down. And as time starts to run out, we do see Ajat playing up through bathrooms, looks for the first engagement, spots out the back of Azrados, leaving it all down to Nope. Nope, 1v2, pops a flash up, tries to find the frag, but Rutko responds in kind, taking his life away. And that will be a 13th for ENTROPIQ as Rutko finds the defuse. Now as they get back underway. Shots will ring through and Morisco finding out the first. Well, as for the time being, they're rather slow. Snatchy, of course, is able to find out the first. Of course, I'd like to see them pop out maybe a little bit quicker here. Now, as Mori makes his way up, he finds the kill. Snatching for the other. And Azrados loses his head as well to Morisco. There we go, 14 within 1 of finishing it off. No, of course. As we do see the full buy round coming through. Hey, Statue. We'll find a nice little kill there. Of course, Snatchy. A unique little boost. This might be able to find a frag. It is a little bit risky of a play, but could work out. And as we see this being played extremely cautiously here in the beginning. It seems that Bomb's going to be postured to head over towards A. Of course, there's no one really to meet them. Red. Ooh. Edging his way around to their back line. They're going to have no idea that he's here. Uh-oh. Oh, Statue. Okay, nice little read. Gonna be able to find out the frag. I thought he was gonna be able to find out a bit more there, but it's shut down. Of course, Astronauts finds out Morisco, leaving it down into a 2v5. This is where FTW could be able to get the momentum. But okay, Snatchy, nice little 2k, leaves it down into a 2v3. Of course, their plan's going A and not B. But I don't expect a retake to come through. They're going to be looking to save over those rifles, their economy. Not the greatest spot in the world, but if AJet and Snatchy saves, there should be a feasible buy to play with. Now, of course, as we start rolling underway, Dias was able to find out one. Of course. As we do see Red playing up forward. It looks like they want to take this fight over here towards short. That's where the majority of these FTW players are. They want to go ahead and net themselves 15, but FTW so far making it a little bit more difficult. And ooh, look at this. This is very a little bit weird, but they're going to be able to find this first frag on the Agile, it looks like. And yep, Agile Nadu, nope, all fall at the same time. Of course, he dies. Azrados respond back, leaving it down into a 2v2. It's traded out down to even, and oh, red, that was a little bit scary, but... That's just left all down to D-Dias. He looks for a frag, but A-Jet behind him takes him away, putting 15 on the board. Map point. Gonna be finishing it off. Now, of course, as we do start rolling back into it. We're going to be seeing them look to start playing their way possibly to go towards that B side. Bomb does get postured up towards Fountain, maybe to head towards A. Still a lot of time to rotate, so not necessarily decided in a set in stone just yet. Players like Ryan and Rutko are just trying to see their initial picks to be found. Well, as we see them edging their way around here. The bomb is up towards A, but majority of the players are towards B. Well, we see them edging their way forward. It does seem like this is going to be a commitment, and Rutko finds the first. Azrados, of course, falls away. There's Maurice goes right through the smoke to find the kill. Snatching gun for a frag, but of course, as Maurice goes there to finish it off, that's 16. Nicely done there by ENTROPIQ. They're able to go ahead and dominate there in the first map, taking it with a